Hey guys, it's Jackie from Cruising the World with Jackie. So today's subject is Nassau, and so when we went on the MS Davita, we really it was, and if you've been watching, you would see this is a 12-day, but really it's two back-to-backs, even though they sell it as a continuous. So this was the shorter part, which meant we went to their private island in Nassau. Have a love-hate with Nassau. Um, we pretty much have done everything there is to see. Um, I think everything is really expensive there as far as, Atlantis is outrageous. Um, Margaritaville, we weren't going to be there that many hours. I thought that wasn't really worth it. I am a budget traveler. I just didn't think it was worth it. So we really didn't book anything. We've been to Cabbage Beach, which is next to Atlantis, and you just take a cab. Um, the vendors are a little aggressive. I mean, we've done it. I didn't really feel like doing that again. We walked around and looked at everything in Nassau, did a little bit of shopping. That's the straw market. Um, I guess we were looking for something new. So, like 2 days before we got to Nassau, we went down to excursion. I don't normally do excursions. First of all, most of these islands we've been to a lot of times, including Nassau, and we've done what we want to see. Um, but we were really out of ideas. We were going to stay on the boat, but it was a long cruise, and we had really done everything on the boat too. So we looked at the excursion, and this was in September. And unfortunately, the Queen had just died. The Queen had died the day before, I believe, when we were going down to the excursion. And there was an excursion for Balmoral Island. Of course, the Queen's castle that she loved was in Balmoral Castle. So I don't know. It just was like, it felt like kind of fate or something that we go try this. So we did. So you'll see the footage. Um, I guess it's a hit or miss. It's expensive. I thought it was expensive to begin with. I can't remember. I want to say $79. I'll put the price up here. I have to look it up. But the food was really expensive. Not so much the food, but the drinks. Like, I'm a Diet Coke person. If you've been watching this, you hear me talk about that. But $5 a can. Um, and I know some people are going to say, well, it's Nassau, it's an island. But I've bought a 6-pack of Diet Coke to take back on a Carnival ship right in the port area, which is, touristy, for $5. So clearly they can buy Diet Coke for a lot less than $5 a can. The food was touristy prices, but I thought the $5 a can was ridiculous. If I go to Balmoral Island again, I will bring my little 6-pack and buy them off the ship, if nothing else, if I don't have time to go in town. But anyway, it is a little rundown for the price you pay. The pool, um, the pool needs some work, tiles missing and stuff. It looks like it might have been a place that was better in the past. Like, there is a big bar and all that was all closed. It's beautiful though. I mean, it really is beautiful. I would just say that I think it's a little overpriced for what it is now. Um, the service was fine. It's beautiful. You'll see that. Would I go again? I don't know. Maybe. To me, Nassau doesn't have a lot of options, and this definitely is an option. They do have swimming with the dolphins there, and I was told by somebody else that was on our excursion that on the other side of the island is where you can swim with the pigs in Nassau. I don't know if that's true. It wasn't part of this excursion, but she said she had been to Balmoral Island before on the other side to swim with the pigs. So take it for what it is. It was very hot that day, and there's no air conditioning anywhere. They have like a little visitor center. There were like 2 or 3 seats in there. It was hot. There's a whole building that used to have a restaurant and a bar. There was no, there's no place to get in from the sun. It was very hot that day. Mixed reviews. I might do it again. Not, like I said, Nassau doesn't have a lot of options in my opinion, and they're overpriced. This one's overpriced for what it is too. But it was a nice beach day. You'll see. So enjoy the footage. Hey, editing Jackie, just something that I did not put in the video that I want to talk up front about. We were on the MSC, but there were 2 other ships there, and they were both Carnival. So this is a Carnival excursion also. Even with that there were 3 ships there, there was no more than 60 people, maybe even 50. But there were 2 other Carnival ships, so you can do it on Carnival too. The other thing is this island has history, and if you're a Beatles fan, watch and see what was done on Balmoral Island. Also, the new Prince of Wales and his wife, I guess the next king and queen of England, visited Balmoral Island too. So just a little history. If you're a Beatles fan, you'll really enjoy it. My husband did. We've got some video or pictures of that information, so stay tuned. Okay, so we woke up this morning in Nassau next to the Mardi Gras. We were on her in September last year, about this time last year. Our review and logs are under our cruises on YouTube, under our playlist of cruises. On one side is Carnival's Mardi Gras, and on the other side is Carnival Elation, which is one of the smaller ships, older ships. So we're surrounded by Carnival. It is amazing when you look at this and you see how small some of the smaller ships are. I like them though. I like the fact that you can go into ports that we couldn't normally. Now today they're in Nassau, but I like being able to go into the ports that the big ones can't. You can see it has very few balconies. Has some, but the whole middle of the ship doesn't have any. It does have slides. It looks like the Serenity has 2 hot tubs. So it looks like a great ship to go on. Okay, you can see that the Port of Nassau is still working hard at making this port into something nicer. We don't know what yet, but we will see. Every time we come, it's a little bit more is done. Last time we were here in May, they were working really hard. We'll have to see once we go out. There's senior frogs over there. Junkanoo Beach is down there. Not my favorite port, but maybe when they redo this port, it'll have something nice. We're going on an excursion today, which we really hadn't planned on, but we decided we want to do something in Nassau, so we're going to Balmoral Island, and we'll see. Ship to go to Balmoral Island. There's Atlantis. Here's some ferry boats. I think we're going to get on that one. We'll see in a minute. This is a pretty good walk if you're not in, good shape or something. I'm starting to breathe a little heavy. Our ship is back there. I'm a breeze to go over to Balmoral Island. Don't really know how far it is, but it's a pretty big ferry. think our captain was happy about that. We have video of these houses from September, and I also think May, where they were pretty much destroyed. It looks like they are finally rebuilding. They're rebuilding a boathouse. It looks like they're rebuilding that. Every time I come, I look over here at these and wonder when they're going to rebuild. But it looks like they're finally doing it.
The hurricane?
Yeah. I have no idea what this is.
No, that's what I was looking at. What is that?
I don't know. I don't know if it was a lighthouse at one point or what.
Yeah, because that used to be a dock or something then, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that used to be a dock. I think that's the last time someone stayed in there.
It's marking the channel, so I'm thinking at one point it probably was a lighthouse.
Yeah. It's probably been years since someone's been in there. Looks like some shit from Jurassic Park or something.
Okay, so timing wise, we were supposed to meet at the lounge at 12. We were there before 12. And it was 1 o'clock when we pulled up to the ocean, the island, I mean. When we pulled up, it was 1 o'clock. So it took an hour. The boat ride is not that long. It's just, you have to walk to, I don't think we even got off the boat till about 10 after. Then you have to walk down the pier, wait for everybody to get there, and then you have to walk over to the boat, which is not a easy walk. I think I read somewhere it's a mile, and I'd say that's pretty true. So there are plenty of spots on the boat. Glad to see that the water here is not as crazy as it was crossing.
Straight down all the way. It was waiting for you.
Oh, there's one in between. And I think
Yeah, it's probably right there. Maybe.
I didn't know they even had a pool, but apparently they do have a pool, which is good. Okay, so this is a warning. The prices are really outrageous. Sodas are $5 a piece. If I had known that, I would have bought some from the ship over here, because I have a little cooler. The burgers, I guess 15 isn't outrageous, but I feel like the soft drinks, $5 and water $4 is ridiculous. Chips $5, I think that's ridiculous. Okay, the cocktails are 15. That's not too crazy, but just be warned. It's a very little menu too. Pool. The cabanas are for rent, so we can't use them. So there's not a lot of shade up here, but we're gonna try out the pool. Looks like you could sit down here. I like that, and then you can ease in. So a storm is kicking in. Lightning had me running, and well, I don't run very well. I'm too fluffy for that, but I did run. Kinda. I think that might be our ship coming to get us early. Runner. Stop. So there's the Mardi Gras leaving Nassau, and right behind it is the Elation, and we'll be right behind them.
Tonight, join us in the Penguin Theater as we continue our romantic experience of Paris. Check out International Entertainers in Autumn in Paris at 7:45, followed by a comedy show at 9:45 with MSC Beatles in the Penguin Theater, room for the whole family on at 6 and 7:40. And tonight is MSC King's Party of the Mall, the White Night starting at 10:30, joining cruise director staff, the MSC International Entertainers and our DJ to celebrate MSC 31 White Night, weather permitting in the Apple Park playing the whole team and ship. Ladies and gentlemen, enjoy the protocol of the action and enjoy your evening on board.
Now if the Elation is going the same place as the Mardi Gras tomorrow, but they're definitely at this point following each other out of Nassau. I don't know if you can see the Mardi Gras is probably right out of you.